2007. Imagine you are a person of great interest in a potential murder case, or and the greatest question is, would that DNA have matched? Well, they say, the swabs were destroyed, and things of that nature. So there's no chance. But you got to understand, if Allison Abel is telling the truth, which I don't believe she's telling a lie. If she's telling the truth, well, Mr. Reed's DNA would show up in that male mixture that her rape kit has exposed. So there would be an established DNA record. Now, imagine if of course, we never confirmed, Mr. Reed's DNA, because, the cops obviously didn't take it. I wonder why. But imagine living in a small town and people are just, these people hang out, this guy hangs out in gyms or bars, and or he might not have the most loyal and trustworthy friends who like, hey, yeah, you piece of shit, I think you did something. Because boy, Dave Winters sure as hell made it look like you did. Suppose you leave a pop can laying around, or you blow your nose, or perhaps one of your neighbors digs through your trash, or they pick up some of your bubble gum that you've tossed, or perhaps you've wiped your sweat off on a towel at a gym and they pick it up and take it. Oh man, there's just so many ways that your DNA could be collected, especially if it's in your trash. Because if you throw it out, buddy, it's trash. You have thrown out your DNA. I couldn't imagine, because I mean that would be crossing my mind. I mean, damn, what if I'm sweating and somebody like wipes me off real quick, or gets my sweat, or wipes it off a bar on a weight bench, or worse yet, I spit somewhere, or I would hate to be that person. My God. Yeah. So I've a couple of more things. I've learned a few things about these processes of the destruction of evidence. Not only did I did sort of do some digging. No, I got some information, last night, and then this morning even dug even further, and in fact confirmed that there is a process to this destroying of evidence. It's not just like, here, judge, destroy this. No, that's not how that works. The destruction of evidence goes as follows. An officer is going to make a request to destroy said evidence based upon its age, or its credibility now at that certain time, or the need, if it's ever going to be needed, if the case is closed, things of that nature. So then from that request form, that request will then go to what I believe to be the prosecutor. The prosecutor will then sign off on it, and then set a hearing for this evidence to be destroyed. And then after the hearing, then it's all signed off on and then destroyed. So, Mr. Ruddock, I ask you, when you state, if I knew it was a rape kit, I wouldn't have signed off on it. But it was the only thing on 77 pages of a biological evidence on 77 pages. It was corner swabs. It was pubic clippings. What other types of evidence would you? Okay, hi, Mr. Wheat. So what other evidence would there be that other than a rape kit, or biological evidence should have set you off? Should have, boom, right out of the gate. Okay, why is this? Why do I have this? should we just be destroying this? Well, it was 2013. Biological evidence is to be kept for how long, boys and girls? 30 years. 30 years. Mr. Ruddock destroyed this in a little over 5 years. So, again, Mr. Ruddock, where are the other 6 phone records that you subpoenaed? You, sir, you subpoenaed 7 phone records, sir. You only gave us 1. Where's the other 6? That I bet you probably has your derelict fucking son's number on one of them at least, because he hangs out with that fucking crew. I mean, it makes sense. Something stupid happens, and you've got a lawyer and your friend that you know is tweaking at 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. Well, you're gonna call him. Hey man, something happened. Fuck. Am I saying that's exactly what? No, but it seems that every little thing that this little fucking worm gets his hands involved in, they go through a great deal of they make great efforts to even commit felonies to ensure this judge's son's trash isn't exposed. But I think we're well beyond that now, Mr. Judge Ruddock. Let me promise you that. So, yeah. The truth about that dipshit is gonna just, well, everyone's known the truth, but it's just gonna be, you know, I believe consequences are soon to be administered appropriately. Oh boy. So that being said, understand that when Mr. Ruddock on that news clipping states, "Had I known," when he looks away in his stupid ass little, yeah, there was a process. He knew what the hell he was doing. Don't let him lie to you, because they do that well. I mean, he's a very eloquent liar. He's like the fucking devil, only dumb, like his kid, telling lawyers in the town that the audio and video of that dumbass throwing hammers at his children was a fake. Hey, they faked my voice. No, they photoshopped. It's wrong. The fat guy was hanging out in my fucking trees. Yeah, the one that can barely walk 15 steps. But yeah, he climbed a tree. Come on, man. Anyway, the farce that is these dipshits is going. It's well on its way to. We're gonna get the truth. I know Mr. Winters of Channel 12 News and the other fucking 20 or 30 news channels that picked this up statewide, and then now it's going national. You people are going to be made famous on the next level, and I believe Netflix is going to make a fucking story about this, and boy, oh boy. So, looks like we're losing a bunch of people at the city building. What the fuck's going on up there? They going on vacation? They're leaving? What the fuck's going on up there? Oh my God. Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, good people get smart quick, and good people will not hesitate to either attempt to fix, correct. And if they are unable to, or if there is pushback, then they say fuck you and they leave. As I mean, this is the civilian world, so you know that's what you can do. You know, in the military, you know, you're forced, and then you just start fucking people up. You know, you will do what I say. There's no option here. There's my options. So, I'm glad to see lots of people are getting smart. I'm glad to see. Lots of people are coming to grips with, hey, you know what, this isn't right. We're not going to continue this garbage, and they're doing the right thing. Thank God. I'll tell you this morning I made myself and Mr. Petrie went on the record, made our reports, filed our charges against Mr. Ruddock, Mr. Fithen, and Mr. Perky. I have contacted Mr. Perky and Mr. Fithen and had some conversation with no feedback yet. And guess what? I don't give a fuck if you fry or not. Don't care. But I provided to you my offer. So there's that. So I firmly believe we're on the right path. I firmly believe that a RICO's on its way, and there's going to be lots of people getting a shit ton of trouble. And I'm going to tell you, if you're in a leadership role and you've done anything deceptive in your career, that's led to the spending of a single taxpayer penny, you're fucked. I would tell you that. And there's no amount of getting out. You can't get out of it. You can't. You know, you can take there's dumbass little derelicts and say, "Oh, I'm powerful. I'm powerful." Okie dokie. Well, the 25 and 30-year-old fucking people that are in some of these official capacity positions, they don't give a fuck who you are. They don't give two rats' asses what your last name is. They don't care who the fuck you know. What they're going to do is document your ass. That's what they're going to do. So, on that note, look forward to your that's a first-degree misdemeanor of state crimes, and I believe on the federal side, I'm pretty sure that's a felony. Deprivation of one's rights when conspiring to do so in a public official capacity. And they'll say, hey, statute of limitations. No, motherfucker. It's when the discovery of said crimes. And that was, my friends, March 1st, 2025. That's when the crimes were discovered. We had no idea these people conspired. I mean, we had our opinions. Opinions, don't is not evidence in court. You got a fucking mayor of a city telling you that shit. The same mayor that wrote us an affidavit and a lawsuit. Well, that's on a whole nother playing field, my friends. And this mayor certainly doesn't lie. So, that being said, we have the mayor on record stating that Mr. Ruddick, Mr. Fithen, and Mr. Perky conspired and to deprive us of our freedoms and our rights, our civil rights. So, I can't wait to see how that goes. I know there's going to be a few people that have to recuse themselves. Can't wait to see how that goes. And, I don't care if you think you can go out and grab a special prosecutor who's going to be your buddy. Motherfucker, it's not your buddy they need to be. They better be me and Daryl's buddy. Because if you think we're going to allow them to fuck us over, no, that ain't going to happen. We'll fucking, we'll send some grievances and some misconduct on their fucking ass and prove it, because everything we do with these dipshits is going to be recorded. So come correct or not at all, please. Simplify, God bless. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum.